Today I intend to work with the NEURO algorithm of Neurographica. In the NEURO algorithm, you use and connect to the power of rain for something to grow. And it's a very powerful, beautiful algorithm. Let's do it. So I write down my topic. This video is the short version of my tutorial on the whole drawing process of NEURO algorithm. So if you're interested in learning how to draw and use NEURO algorithm of Neurographica to nourish a specific request with the connection to the forces of rain, of earth, and to let something grow in your life, then please check out my tutorial. It's also available on YouTube on my channel. Draw Yourself Free. In the first step, we draw NEURO lines in the upper part of our paper, which are lines that never repeat themselves, which are naturally flowing, and we are gaining energy of clouds, like we are drawing lines and imagining creating clouds in the sky. If we want to have rain, we need to create the clouds, and by this we are collecting bit by bit energy for our topic, for our request. Then we are also working on rounding and connecting these clouds, and we will work very slowly. Remember, this is a fast version, so you need to take your time if you do that, because it's very important to connect with every line, with the energies of your request. So you work with a certain topic and you want something to grow in your life. So this needs focus on doing that. So by rounding the intersections, we create a whole system of the clouds, a whole energy up in the sky, and we at the same time, by drawing, we connect to our neuro system, to our brains, and we also make it visible there. We draw new connections. We can also add colors now by using archetyping and collecting even more energy. And this enables us at a certain point to let it rain. And the rain is coming quickly, falling down on earth, and to connect with the energy of the rain, we're using the neural lines again and go over all our rain. Work on the intersections, and then finally we choose a second color and we're drawing soil. And we are also using neural lines, which are going from one side of the paper to the other with the color of which we choose to be our soil, and we now activate energies in the ground. And we're working slowly, and we're working on intersections, on roundings, on connections, and this enables us to literally prepare the soil for our seeds to come, for what we want to plant and what we want to grow in this drawing. So I had the request in this drawing to grow my ability to be cared for. And while I'm drawing, I have all these associations, all these thoughts about this topic, and I'm sharing them in my long form version in my tutorial to show you, to give you an example of what happens. And obviously, whenever you are drawing, your own thoughts are coming up, and it's a very nice practice to journal about them, to make yourself aware of what is coming up. It's always connected to the request, to your topic, which you have activated at the beginning by writing down words in 2 minutes on that topic, and which is present in your life anyway, because otherwise you wouldn't have chosen that topic, and which you wouldn't have had this request to work on that by drawing Neurographica. So in this algorithm we're using different colors. Oh yeah, here I chose to plant seeds. This is it happens like organically. You will feel when your earth, when your soil is ready, and also your soul needs to be ready to plant whatever you want to plant. You don't even need to know what exactly you plant, but you will know where and how many seeds you will plant, and they might start growing already. What happened to my seed was that one of the seeds felt really big and it wanted to grow very fast, and I also felt the need to grow a lot of roots across that strong seed. There's a variety of things that can happen in this drawing, in this algorithm, like in all the drawings. There can multiple seeds grow, the same sizes, different sizes. One can be like growing faster, like in my drawing, like one of the seeds is growing really big. You will see that in a minute. And I'm just following my needs, like by working on the soil and also applying archetyping, applying more colors in the soil. I collect more energy, and by that energy and also the mixing of the colors of the rain and of the soil and working on the integration of all of them, I collect energy step by step to move forward in my topic. And as you can see here, that my central seed, which was big at the beginning already, turned out to be a really huge blooming flower. And I'm focusing on that with colors, and I choose the colors which I feel meet my need at this moment. Like I feel the need of this flower and give it what it needs by colors, and also by working on all the intersections. That's always a very essential step in Neurographica, that wherever we create intersections of lines, we are rounding them, connecting them. And especially if you're using different colors, like in this algorithm, there's a need to very carefully work on the blending the colors into each other. In my drawing, my plant had this urge to grow two very big green leaves, which I draw onto the paper and which I'm connecting also carefully with lines, and also it's also being connected to the rain, as you can see there. We are creating one single system out of everything we draw in Neurographica. We are drawing maps of our reality. We are drawing maps for our brain to go along, to find new pathways, to also create new pathways in ourselves, in our minds, in our brains, literally. So we don't hurry on that. For my taste, this time lapse is always a little bit hurry, obviously, because it's like, I guess, almost 10 times the speed, the original speed. Therefore, I highly, highly, highly recommend to watch like the real-time drawing. It will take about almost 2 hours, and you will have a lot of change in that time. In my opinion, it's not worth doing something in Neurographica quickly. It needs time, and it also needs time for you to do it, but it also needs time for your system to rearrange according to what you're drawing. So time is a very crucial, essential factor. At this point, I'm adding field lines, which are neuro lines that are more visible than the others and run from one end of the drawing to the other. I chose them to be green, and obviously I do the same with all the intersections. I work on integration. In Neurographica, we always work until we feel content with our drawing, until we personally have the impression that we created one single system. All the elements are connected and we need to do whatever needs to be done to create this impression. And Neurographica goes really, really deep, and it's simple tools, but it's effective tools, and it depends on what topics you choose on how easy you will feel it to be or not. And if you choose to work on very difficult topics for you, which might have been issues for many years, you need to be prepared to draw more than one drawing on them, and also you might also want to seek help from a professional to draw together on your own topics and get yourself guidance. Allow yourself to be taken by the hand and explore your difficult topics together. I highly, highly recommend that. Be brave and ask for help. It's very difficult to do everything all by yourself, especially if you feel overwhelmed by the need to do that. At the end of the drawing, we write down words in 2 minutes again, and that makes our conscious aware of the changes we created. What I learned in this drawing is that my freedom is not affected, and also not my independence, by allowing to be cared for. I can have both. I am happy to draw with you. You are on your way. We are all on our ways. Interesting topics are popping out all the time. Yes, so keep on drawing. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.